Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Amanda. To the returning subscriber, thank you for being here. To a new subscriber, welcome and thank you for being here. Today I'm going to be talking about forgiving yourself, forgiving ourselves, the importance of that, as well as eliminating shame, condemnation and guilt. This is a dear topic to me as well, especially after we have learned in my previous video where we spoke about being self-aware, because now when you are aware, you start making room for improvement, for change, and also the importance of knowing that laziness can ruin your life. So when you are now aware of all of that, guess what happens? You need to start taking action and acknowledging certain things. And one of the things that is part of that, of part of growth or part of creating room for growth and improvement, is that it's very, very important that we forgive ourselves and that we free ourselves from the mental bondage. We free ourselves from the past experiences, the decisions that we have made, the people we have hurt, things that we've done which we are not proud of. And therefore, when you forgive yourself, it means that you need to release and you need to let go and you need to not look back into that. So I like how with Jesus, how the cross and how at the cross of Calvary Jesus was crucified for us and for our sins, and Jesus forgives us. He's a man that has forgiven us. He's a man that has been crucified for our own wrongs, for our own for our own sins, for our own wrongdoings and all of that. And it means that we have been redeemed, and redemption speaks about something being bought, and once you buy something, it means that you have the right to it, you own it. So for example, let me make a scenario. Let's say you walk into a shop and there's this nice shoe that you like, and you want to take it home and so that you can wear it anytime you want. The moment you take out money, the moment you find out what is the price and you pay the price, it now gives you a right to own that shoe because you've paid for it, and that is exchange, and that is the great exchange. And the same thing that happened with Jesus when he was crucified at the cross of Calvary. He paid the great price for me and you. He paid the great price of exchange, the great price of redemption, and therefore we have been redeemed, we have been forgiven. And therefore I want you to understand that when there is forgiveness, when there is redemption, it means that there is no more going back. It no longer belongs in an old place, but guess what? It belongs in a new place, and now there is room for growth. There is room for going to the next level because you have released everything that you have to. So the same measure we are forgiven, and the same measure we are commanded and taught in Matthew that we need to forgive as we have been forgiven. We also need to forgive ourselves, because there are things that we do to ourselves. At times we dishonor ourselves, at times we are unkind to ourselves, we disrespect ourselves sometimes by doing things that we didn't want to do, or in moments where you were supposed to say no, you couldn't say no, or there are certain decisions that you might not be proud of that you have made. You've hurt people, you have made the worst decisions, but I want you to know and understand that it is very important that you forgive yourself. And how you have to do that is you need to acknowledge what has happened, acknowledge how you've been hard on yourself, acknowledge the problem, acknowledge how you were not wise at that moment, and let it go. When you let it go, you need to let it go with the mindset of what is it that I have learned and what is it that I'm going to put into application. How am I changing? How am I growing? How am I becoming a better person? And unfortunately, we will make mistakes, but when you make a mistake, you do not have to be hard on yourself or beat yourself so much about it, but just find out what is the lesson that is coming with, what's the lesson coming with the mistake I have made. If there are certain people that you need to forgive or need to go to and ask for forgiveness, do that, and free yourself, because if you carry the past hurt, the past experiences, you will carry obviously so much resentment and so much anger and bitterness. And when you carry all of that, there is no room for you to be the best version of yourself or to be ultimately great, because you still have some burdens, there's some bags that you have not offloaded. I know with this year it's been uncertain, there's so much that has happened, and it's not the time for you to blame yourself or speak down on yourself and complain and point out what couldn't work out. But I want you to forgive yourself where you've not made wise decisions. Forgive yourself for not knowing, for not doing better when you knew that this could have been better, because sometimes we know that we know better, but we don't do better at times. So forgive yourself for not taking the wise decisions at time. Forgive yourself for holding on into the past. Forgive yourself for comparing yourself with other people. Forgive yourself where you have not taken yourself seriously and you were supposed to. So my lesson for today, or what I want you to understand and take in, is that forgive yourself. It is good for your mental health and for your well-being. And the moment there is forgiveness, it means that you are able to release what is not good. You are able to release what might be hindering you or holding you back. So do enjoy the rest of your week. Take some time and find yourself a journal. Write down, acknowledge the things that you really need to let go, the things that have been holding you back, the thoughts that have been playing at the back of your mind, that have been trying to hold you back and making you regret and even question yourself that why are you even still here, although this year was like this. Some it was a good year, to some it was not a good year, but in the midst of all of that, there are lessons to be learned, good or bad. And now what is it that you want to take to the next level, to the next height? So yeah, do enjoy, and I hope you get to apply this, because it is what you apply that will transform you and change you. What you don't apply or only listen to will only be just information to you. Bye. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to my channel, and all the best with the journey of self, with the journey of